Hey yo, you're now tuned in to Old Head TV. Put some pressure on that subscribe and that like button. And don't forget to turn those notifications on. Hey yo, what it is, YouTube world? It's Old Head TV, and I'm back in the building, back in the builder, and I'm back with another banger for my 2K family. And today we're diving into an exciting and unique player build inspired by one of the most electrifying talents in the NBA by the name of Luka Doncic. Known for his incredible skill set, court vision, and versatility, Luka is a player who could dominate in various ways. Often described as a generational talent, his combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ sets him apart from many of his peers. He possesses a rare blend of playmaking ability and scoring prowess, but his standout skill is still his elite passing ability. And in our build today, we're prioritizing playmaking attributes along with the makings of a prolific scorer. Whether it's shooting from deep, finishing at the rim, or utilizing crafty floaters, you'll have a full arsenal at your disposal. But you'll want to incorporate some of those Luka signature moves like step backs and hesitations to create separation and get your shot off. So without further delay, let's get into the build. Now for the height, we're gonna go 6'7". For the weight, we're gonna go 230 pounds. For the wingspan, Luka has a 6'11" wingspan, but I'm going to go 6'9" for better all-around shooting. Now for the close shot, we're gonna take that to an 86, and we get silver paint prodigy. Not as good as gold, but it will help us finish down low a lot faster. Also, we have silver hook specialist, which can easily turn gold with one attribute point to your close shot, but this is mainly for gold float game. It's not a Luka build if you cannot hit the occasional floater over the defense. Now for the drive and layup, we're gonna take that to an 80. I know Luka's layup package is unlocked at 88, but it's just not a realistic option right now. I mean, if you do have the cap breakers, you could go for it, but for this build, we're gonna keep it at an 80. And with that 80, we're gonna use that Austin Reeves layup package. And honestly speaking, to tailor this build the right way, I made a lot of sacrifices as far as Luka's animations go. So you know the best thing is to find filler animations that replicates Luka's play style, like Austin Reeves layup package or Magic Johnson. It goes perfect for the build, so you'll be able to round out the build while making it more balanced in every category. But enough of me rambling, let's get back to the build. For the drive and dunk, we're gonna take that to a 75. A very low dunk rating for some, depending on your approach to finishing, but the safest dunk package for this low of a rating and no posterizer badge on any level, your best bet is to go with a dunk package like Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Trey Lyles, because to me, those dunk packages, they have the fastest animations for a low rating. Now for the standing dunk, we're gonna take that to a 60. Post control, I took that to a 90, specifically so I could put on a clinic in the post. Still one of the most effective ways to get to an easy bucket, especially when you can't get to your spots on the floor, and also because it ties into one of my favorite badges this year, which is Legend Post Fade Phenom, and you can't get Legend Post Fade Phenom without a 90 post control, as well as a high mid-range rating. And for that mid-range, we're gonna take that to a 90, and this is where you will put your first set of cap breakers. So you will get a 95 mid-range, and with that 95 mid-range, we get Legend Post Fade Phenom at 94, and then we get Hall of Fame Deadeye and Set Shot Specialist, which can be Legend with your badge elevators, but this build, I would most def use that badge elevator to get Shifty Shooter on Hall of Fame. For your 3 ball, we're gonna take that to an 83, and I feel at an 80, you can hit threes consistently, but with the 83 and bronze limitless range, you should have no problem. For the free throw, we're gonna take that to a 79. Your pass accuracy, I took that to an 87. I would've loved to get Luka's pass package, but a 94 pass accuracy is a bit excessive to get Luka's pass package. So I nixed that and I settled for an 87 pass accuracy because I do get LeBron's pass package, Magic Johnson, Trey Young, LaMelo's. But if you were looking for a Luka build with a higher pass accuracy, stick around. I do have other versions of this build that I will show at the end of this build video. For the ball handle, I went with an 81, and maybe when I get my cap breakers, I will take it to an 86, maybe, because there is some good animations you can't get at an 81. I will get into those once I make this build and I experiment with the right animations. For the speed with ball, we're going to take that to an 80, and I don't advise you go any lower than that. And the reason I say that is because the 80 speed with ball with the 81 ball handle, I still get that shifty feel where I can speed speed up my dribble, then slow it down and speed boost out of a slow animation. Something I noticed while playing on this build. I'll get more specific later on. Now moving on to the defense. For the defense, I know the stigma on Luka is he is not a good defender. He is slow on defense, he is lazy on defense. But this is 2K, and if you can't defend on your build, you might as well delete it. So I made sure to make this the most solid defender at the point guard position with a little bit of attributes I have left over. So for the interior defense, I went with a 70. 70 is the sweet spot for all of my non-center builds. I've been going 70 interior defense since 2K23, and it's always been a sweet spot for me. For the perimeter defense, I see a lot of people go into the 70s, but we at least need to be defending with silver challenger at worst. So I took the perimeter defense to an 82. I wish I could have put more on steal, but I was willing to sacrifice steal for a decent block rating, you know, because I can deal with not being able to swipe at the ball. It's not my play style anyway, but I did manage to take that block to a 77. So we do get bronze high flying denier and paint patroller. The offensive rebound, I took that to a 75. Defensive rebound, I took that to a 70, so you'll be able to box out and help your big on second chance points with bronze rebound chaser and silver box out beast. For my speed, I took that to an 82. Agility, I took that to an 80. My strength, I went with a 73. And for the vertical, I went with a 60. So now we're gonna hit the finish button so we can see that final product. And there you have it, shades of Luka Doncic, Magic Johnson, K Cunningham, and it was like it was meant to be. We got Luka plus Magic Johnson, and that equals Luka Magic, and this build comes out as the official Luka Magic build. 3-level scoring playmaker. So now we're gonna test the build, get into the animations, and I do have a jump shot for my 2K family. Animation wise, I'm using pretty much every Luka Doncic scoring move available to me. For the go-to shot, I'm not too sure. It's really no build up during the animation where I could either break the animation and do my own thing or just let it play out and shoot out of the animation. So I will try to look for something that caters more to that. For the layup, I'm not too sure if I want to go with Austin Reeves or Julius Randle. And everything else you see here, I'm just experimenting to see what sticks and what works and what doesn't. Trust me, by the time I drop a gameplay video for the build, everything will be totally different. And for those of you looking for a jump shot to go with the build or just for a jump shot in general, I do have one for you. But right now for the jump shot base, it will be Clyde Drexler. One of my favorite jump shot bases, been using it since like 2K23, heavily slept on. For the upper release 1, it will be KCP. Upper release 2 will be Kobe Bryant. And for the visual cue, we're gonna put that all the way up to release. Release speed will be 50%. Animation blending will be 40% KCP, 60% Kobe Bryant. And before we get out of here, I just want to show y'all the alternate builds. So if you're looking for more passing and more strength, this build right here is the way to go. You get an 82 strength for the big body layups and post moves. Super beneficial playing against smaller guards and when being guarded by bigger wing players. The pass accuracy is now a 90, so you can add your cap breakers and get the Luka Doncic pass package, Hall of Fame break starter, Hall of Fame dimer, gold bailout, and silver visionary. The only cons to this build is less interior defense and little to no block, which doesn't matter if you have a big to switch with or anyone willing to pick up your man once he drives to the paint. And this here is the third version of the build with lesser strength and slight differences to the interior and the rebounding, and you don't get legend post fade phenom on either build because you do need a 90 post control, and these builds have 87. But yo, that's it for me, Old Head TV. Be sure to put some pressure on that subscribe and that like button. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of the build and what builds you would like to see on the channel in the future, and I'll be sure to get to it. Until next time, peace.